We're going to get into your calls, and I know we've got a lot of Chelsea fans, but look, might be getting a few Newcastle fans. We want to listen. We want to hear from all of you. We want to hear from all of you. But we have just seen Brighton demolished, to be fair, Newcastle today. It's an interesting one. I was speaking to actually Ben Foster this week about this, and we're talking about this game because we have a little bit of a game where we play, win, lose, or draw across all the Premier League games. And I specifically remember this one. I always forget until Sunday night what we've said, but I specifically remember this game. And I said Brighton. I think Ben went with a draw. I said Brighton will win this game. They'll have all of the ball. Newcastle will have to defend. Brighton will be very determined after West Ham last week, which they seem to have every now and again. They have those little blips like they did with Everton at the end of last season. They were absolutely fantastic tonight, and Newcastle just couldn't live with them. And I think that's a really important message. I know a lot of Newcastle fans will be driving back, safe trip back. It's a long way back to Newcastle from Brighton. I know they'll be happy. They're very positive. They're living the dream. They're loving it. The Champions League draw this week. But I do just wonder about the ambition of your owners. They're trying to follow that Man City route. And they won't just accept we're here for the ride. They want to be successful. 3 losses from 4. Very difficult start to the season when you think about those losses were to Man City, Liverpool and Brighton. But what's Newcastle's excuse? You've got good players. Should you not be doing better than you did tonight? I certainly think they should. But let's get into your calls. We're going to start off with Vernon, who is a Chelsea fan. Vernon, talk to me. What are your thoughts on Chelsea today and the start of the season?
Well, hello, Mark. I'll tell you what, I was agreeing with every point you were making, especially about the officiating, because I saw a clip of that Fulham thing. And I know it's nothing to do with Chelsea, but my God, I find it very depressing that our officials are so bad and so lacking.
No, Vernon, just to say, you're spot on to say it, because we can't just let it be a club thing.
No,
as fans, we've all got to call it out. Even Man City fans should call it out, because it'll happen to them next week.
I don't know about you. As a fan, Howard Webb, to my mind, was one of the greatest referees I've ever seen in any country. He was a fantastic referee. But as an administrator, the way he started, I hated Mike Riley as a ref, and I thought he was useless as an administrator. But when I've seen how badly he started Howard Webb as an administrator and head of the referees, I'm so depressed because I think our referees have managed to get worse than they were under Riley. And I cannot believe how bad they were under Riley. Because, come on, Howard, sort yourself out, mate. You're a brilliant referee. Stop mucking around with our game and start earning your dough and get these guys into shape, because we're a laughing stock. You know that.
Exactly. I love it, Vernon. I love that. I love that you come on as a football fan and say that.
I'm very passionate about football, Mark. I'm passionate about Chelsea, but I'm passionate about our football as well. And
so talk to me about Chelsea, Vernon. What are your thoughts?
When I say about Chelsea, well, you know what I didn't like, Mark? Apart from the performance, and it's been an absolutely, depressing start for us. And last year was possibly the worst year we've had in 25 years, at least, at Chelsea. Really a shocker. But we forgive that because of what happened to Roman and all the stuff that was around it and changing over. I did not want, one thing I didn't want, Mark, was an American owner. I didn't want an American owner, and we got one. And unfortunately, that's forced it on you. You well know, as a Man United fan, what I'm talking about. But anyway, let's just gloss over that. And what happened was, I didn't like Pochettino's comments tonight. If you haven't heard it yet, any Chelsea fan haven't heard it, just listen. He's way too relaxed. He's way too sort of, not smug, that's the wrong word, I can't think of the word. He's relaxed. He's just too accepting. And I'm thinking to myself, Poch, we've got 4 points out of 12. We're playing teams like, I'm not being horrible, by the way, when I say this, because Nottingham Forest come to Chelsea last year, admittedly were rubbish and got a 2-2, and they've come there this year and done a number on us. They sit back in the block. We can't break them down. And they break away and get a goal and they win. Good luck to them. Good luck to them. I've got no problem with that. What I have got a problem with, Mark, is the Poch's attitude. And I'm thinking to myself, Poch, you not realise you're at Chelsea now. You're not at some club that doesn't expect to do better. You're at Chelsea and you've had all this money and you've got all this investment. You've got this squad and you managed to put out a team that stunk the place out. Stunk the place out, literally. 2 shots on target out of 21 shots, Mark.
Yeah,
I
I know.
mean, that's the sort of thing that the dog and duck could have on a Sunday morning after they've all had 8 pints of bitter the night before. And there are players on multi-million-pound contracts.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Vernon, and it's an absolutely brilliant start to the show, and I really appreciate what you said about the referees. I tell you what, Vernon, you're absolutely spot on, and it's great to get a Chelsea fan straight on there because in fact, let's just listen to what, after that humbling home defeat to Nottingham Forest, let's listen to what Vernon's talking about. Chelsea boss Mauricio Pochettino said fans have got to trust the process.
We are happy in the way that we are evolving. Only it's a matter of time. Players that arrive and they need to need each other. We need to work, and it's a process. It's a process. If you win, better, because I think hell more. But if you don't win, like today, is to keep believing. Yes, it's a game that you should win. But in football, that happens. I think we need to compete better and. Still, sometimes we are so naive, but yes, we need to stay strong and believe in our quality. And for me, I'm going to repeat: it's only a matter of time that this team start to get a positive result.
Yeah, I can listen to, I mean, look, how concerned should Chelsea fans be about the current makeup of the squad and the current start to the season? 4 points from 12. Look, Pochettino's just come through the door. I said this in the summer that Chelsea fans are going to have to be more patient with Pochettino than they were with Potter. Otherwise, it's going to get worse and worse. I've seen it at United. You go through these cycles and the cycles get shorter and shorter and the fans become more impatient and it can have a detrimental impact. You're going to have to be patient with Pochettino. On the other hand, you have just lost at home to Nottingham Forest. You've spent £1 billion in the last 12 months. He did sound a little bit relaxed. He's obviously trying to alleviate the pressure. I don't like the balance of Chelsea's squad. I think it's ridiculous. What worries me about it is that I listened to Pochettino in his press conference for the Forest game, before the game, and he was talking about Cole Palmer like he had no idea that Chelsea were trying to sign him, like he had nothing to do with it. Now, maybe that was just lost in translation, but I do worry about Chelsea. I do worry about who does the recruitment. Todd Bowley's heart's in the right place. Every club would love £1 billion spent on it in 12 months. I would at Manchester United. But you can have your heart in the right place with the good intentions and you can still destroy a football club if you don't know what you're doing. And I look at Chelsea's spend of £1 billion in the last year, and I've been saying this a lot. Check my tweets. Why have they not bought a world-class striker? Goals win games. Chelsea couldn't score goals last year. Defensively, they're quite good. Why have you spent £1 billion and not spent 150 on a world-class striker? Victor Osimhen sat there in Naples. They do that deal. Jackson today missed a sitter, so he's going to hit the headlines. But I'll be honest with you, he's not a world-class striker, and he's not going to be a world-class striker next week. I think it's incredible that they've left that area, and that's what cost them today. Vernon was right. 2 shots on target at home. They never look like scoring, and that's poor. They've assembled a really interesting squad. But up front, it's no better. And Brighton have got a better front line. They have, and that's incredible.